And joining us now, New York Times columnist Nick Kristof. Nick, your latest piece for the New York Times entitled "The Tax on Being a Girl." You write about your travels, meeting women and men across Africa who are being affected by these cuts to foreign aid. And you write in part this: men and boys are hurt as well by the collapse in medical assistance, but women seem to be particularly suffering because of a crisis in reproductive health care. And already one of the most dangerous things a girl can do in places like this is to reach puberty, or even more perilous, become pregnant. In one health center, I came across a 14-year-old girl who was pregnant, expecting in October, and as a result had dropped out of school. I asked her about her boyfriend, but it turned out there wasn't one. She said that the sharp curtailment of aid has increased crime of all kinds, from theft of food to assault. She used to be safe with others in school or at home, but with the shortages, everyone was toiling in the fields, and she was alone at home when a man in his 20s found her. And Nick, you also shared videos showing these women in their moments of crisis, extreme vulnerability, extreme pain, in the process of a child dying before them. What are you hoping, who are you hoping to appeal to with these unbelievable, cruel stories of cruel loss?
You know, I'm hoping that people like Marco Rubio will open their eyes a little bit. Secretary Rubio keeps saying that no one has died because of these aid cuts. And you go through these villages and you see children dying all the time. And, little things. It's lack of a $2 bed net. It's because the U.S. cut off fuel for ambulances so that a woman in childbirth can't be rushed to hospital to get a C-section. It's the lack of ARV medications for people with HIV that cost less than 12 cents a day. And so I'm just, hoping that folks will understand that these decisions on USAID have real consequences, killing kids and devastating the lives of these women and girls, often in sort of unpredictable ways, that young girls are being married off because their families can't feed them. And look, we can't solve every problem in the world, but we can have a transformative impact for a lot of people at a very, very low cost. 22 cents for every $100 of national income saves one life every 10 seconds.
Nick, you wrote in a column over the past year or so that PEPFAR, George W. Bush's plan that was influenced by his evangelical faith, you said it was the most successful government program in your lifetime. Saving up to 25 million lives in Africa. I'm curious if what we're looking at here is the inverse of that. Not saying that 25 million people are going to die because of these just mindless cuts to helping God's poorest children across the globe, but I'm wondering if you see this as one of the darkest, bleakest times in your lifetime when it comes to American aid and the taking away of that American aid.
Yeah, I mean, Joe, one of the most incredible transformations over the last 25 years has been this huge increase in the number of children's lives saved. Only half as many children die before the age of 5 today as in the year 2000. And that was accomplished because of things like PEPFAR, this great, bipartisan effort to save kids' lives. But now we are seeing that reverse. 65% of those PEPFAR contracts have been canceled. One of the great things we achieved was prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV, so that children aren't born with HIV and then dying very young. And yet now we're running out of HIV tests, so you can't even test pregnant women for HIV in order to prevent that transmission.
Yeah, the gutting of aid for the poorest children on the face of the earth. At the same time, billionaires and multinational corporations are getting $1 trillion in tax cuts. Just indefensible. New York Times columnist Nick Kristof, as always, Thank you so much. Nick's latest piece is available to read online
He's
now.
got these amazing videos right now. He's posting them as well, where he is sitting with a mother with a dying baby and showing a simple packet of food that would save that baby that is not available to them. The videos are incredibly compelling and kind of drive the message home that, yes, people are dying.
The Republicans have taken away and it started with a billionaire, one of the richest men on the face of the earth, wielding a chainsaw and bragging about the fact he was taking money out of the mouths of, again, God's poorest children on the face of the earth. We're at the top.